Please welcome Dan Martell.
What's up? I'm back. This is going to be a fun one, though, because this format is completely different.
Yep. So we're starting this new format called He Said, She Said, inspired by our good friends Chris and Lori Harder, because we love the way that they come together to really ground themselves in experience that they just had together and teach the world the lessons that they learned and share the love that they had between each other and just kind of share everything that we're learning, not from an interview perspective, but really just like how we feel and giving the best tips based on actual experiences.
Yeah. Everybody keeps asking, how was the trip? How was the trip? I say, well, listen to the pod. I'm going to do this for Renee and on this pod. And then, I think it'll be a fun format to unpack the things we learned that could be helpful to other people. And that was the idea of and we did it on the flight back, so it was super fresh in our minds. And we think this will be really valuable to people that are considering doing trips and travels and really just living life with a partner and like trying to squeeze as much fun out of the days and the weeks. Oh. That's kind of what we do really well.
Yeah. And then I kept getting asked, what is the one big thing you took away from this trip? Like there's so many, but there's a lot of stuff.
I don't think I wrote anything down for the one big thing. Yeah. I have a list of things I would do different.
You would do different.
How about you do that? You'll do the one big thing that you took away and I'll do a couple ideas on tweaks at the end.
Well, then we'll start with me.
Always.
I'll go first.
Duh. Okay. That's why I said, is it she said, he said? No, she said, he listened?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to change it. So, and I know that you helped me through a lot of this. I'm going to start with the story. So if you know anything about Monaco, it is the second smallest country in the world outside of the Vatican. It is, I think, the highest per capita.
30% millionaires per population.
Yeah. And you can see it, you can feel it, you can smell it, you can taste it. Monaco is so interesting. But I wanted to go there for you because you watch these TikTok accounts of all these supercars.
Yes.
And I'm like...
And it's also the F1 track.
Yeah, and I was like, let's go. I know, like, I don't care, but let's go for Dan. And it was really cool. And if you're a listener of my podcast, we all know that I'm growing through this season of being okay being a wealthy person. You know, when you first got your supercar, the McLaren, I was embarrassed to be...
You didn't drive in it for almost 2 weeks.
Now I love it. It was like 2 years.
Yeah.
So now we're in Monaco and it's like women are walking their accessory dogs, which probably cost $5,000, wearing their Poochie pajamas.
Those dogs? Those are like $25K dogs.
Okay, and they're wearing their $10,000 pajamas at like 8 a.m.
The dog's $10,000 pajamas.
Oh, probably that too.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's wild.
It's FU money.
No, it's not even FU money. See, I explained to somebody the other day, they've gone decades without ever asking the price of anything ever.
They want that, they buy it.
Penthouse Hotel, that's where we're staying. Can we get the Rolls-Royce calling in to drive us around with the driver? Yeah. Of course. Like everything. Like can we get the store shut down so we can private shop? Yep, for sure.
I want that.
Yeah, whatever you want. So
we're there and I'm feeling a little awkward because I don't have those clothes, maybe some of those bags. I'm just not done up like them. And I mentioned this to you and I was like, oh my God, you can cut the pretentiousness in the air. And you're like, oh, shut up. You're like, we're having fun. I'm just being me. I'm like, I know, but this is my story. So Dan rents this Ferrari and we go through the mountains in the morning. And then I was like getting car sick and I was like, you do your thing. Can you please drop me off at the hotel? And we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon separated. So I'm like poolside and then I'm like, oh, I'm getting hungry, but I go up to the room, throw on jean shorts, like ripped jean shorts and a t-shirt. And you got dressed up to go in the Ferrari, like collared shirt, you're looking really good. You get back at the end of the day, you had already eaten and I said, I'm hungry. Can we go just grab something? So Dan decides he's ready to go out. And we're walking through Monaco. And I look like a bomb. In my mind, I look like a bomb that lives on the street. And we go to the Fairmont Bend. What's that curve called?
Oh, it's like the hairpin corner at the Fairmont,
right, so it's
the
like
F1 track.
Iconic corner at the Fairmont Hotel.
Yeah, there's about $15 million worth of cars in the front of the hotel in valet. Like some of my dream Daytona SP3,
All of it.
SP2 Ferraris, like just wild cars.
Yeah, and then there's
Bugattis.
people, like there's photographers lined up. The
Yep.
people just
people
fly
literally
in.
go on vacation to hang out on that corner to
Yeah.
take pictures of cars.
So I hadn't seen it yet, and Dan's like, let's go. I was like, sure, let's go. And then we're like, oh, there's the Fairmont. So Dan's like, let's just walk in. And I'm like, okay. Remember, ripped jean shorts, t-shirt. And then in the back corner, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a Nobu here. I had never eaten at one before. But knowing that, I think the one in New York is like a months-long waiting list. And I thought it would be impossible to get in. So here's Dan saying, no, let's go and ask. So we walk up. And I'm hiding behind you.
She hid. She didn't even come with me.
I was
to the
hiding
stewardess
behind you.
with her head around the corner. This is my version. Is like
Yeah.
you were hiding around the corner, your head sticking out, going, "Are we gonna get in?" And I was like, "Don't worry, just hide. And once I get them to commit that they got a spot, we'll just."
Yeah. It really wasn't that big of a deal.
No,
But
as
for
soon as
me,
you
it was.
can.
So, an understanding luxury. So, these people don't care about what anybody else is wearing. They just care about their little lane and the stuff that they're driving, the places they're going, what they're eating. And I realized that's like everybody else in the world. Do you actually think that anyone knew I was wearing jean shorts in that restaurant that night?
No, are you sharing with everybody like the insecurity that you felt?
Well, there was massive insecurity. But
Well-
the lesson learned was that no one actually cares.
Well, that's what I remember we were sitting there and you made that comment, and I was just like, Peanut, they have no idea if you own this restaurant. Like, you literally could own the hotel and the restaurant
true.
and all those cars in the front of the building. And if you did and look like this, how would you feel sitting here? You can choose
Like
to
a
feel
queen.
that. Yeah, you could choose to feel that way right now. I think I started calling you the Queen of Monaco.
You did.
Yeah.
I was the Queen of Monaco.
I was like, you're the Queen of Monaco. So act like that. And she's like,
because
"Oh."
we ate $100 Wagyu tacos. They were so good.
Yeah.
But that, and then after that, I just kind of eased into it. It's like, I didn't care anymore. Because you're right. Because the guy sitting next to us could have been decked out in Gucci, Givenchy.
It was like, it was interesting to me from my perspective, watching you feel value or not because of the way you looked, knowing that that's not how we perceive value of other people.
No.
So if we don't look at how somebody looks as if they're valuable or not, then we shouldn't use that.
Well, actually, so in my screensaver on my phone now is me outside of the most iconic hotel in Monaco, next to a pink Porsche GT3 RS, because that's like now my new dream car. And I'm like peacing out. Someone said, hey, Renee, why don't you put that as your screensaver? And I said, perfect. So now I look at this all the time.
Queen of Monaco.
The Queen of Monaco. Okay, now I lost my questions here. Anything you want to add to that?
No, I would really challenge anybody listening when they're in an environment where they feel less than somebody else to just reframe that there's nothing that other person has that they don't intrinsically have that they can choose to have, and anything that they think they don't have is all made up in their head.
Yeah.
Like, everybody's got this story they tell themselves, and the woman that's wearing, $100,000 worth of jewelry and clothing could be on the verge of depression or not, could be the most wildly happy person in the world. And guess what? It has nothing to do with what they're wearing.
Or she could be on the brink of bankruptcy.
And it has nothing to do with what they're wearing. And I just find it fascinating that people feel a certain way based on an external factor they can't control that takes away from their experience in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, it was, for a minute, it was taking away your experience of being in one of the best locations and restaurants.
So here, my problem was that I thought they would say yes and then say, oh, ma'am, you can't wear those jean shorts in this restaurant. And then I was like, oh, what do I do? I'd panic. And then we'd probably just leave. Really, also not that big of a deal.
Zero deal.
Yeah, but I really wanted to eat there. So I was going to be hangry.
Also, 3 minutes from our hotel, you could have changed and came back.
So true.
Like, so that's yours.
Yeah. And then I wrote down somewhere in all of this, like in these, like just, and you could kind of feel it too when you went to Saint Tropez and Cannes. There's just a lot of wealth and a lot of people are so beautiful. It was insane. That I was seeing parts of myself being reflected back to me. Like, it was holding up a mirror saying, Renee, like, this is you. It's my perspective of the world. And it goes back to this thing that I'm still trying to get through and heal, is like these wounds about being rich and wealthy and what that means. So maybe for me, it was the desire to belong. It was, maybe there was parts that felt performative as well. Like, would it have changed my experience sitting at the table, eating that incredible food and those Wagyu tacos? No, probably not. I would have felt like maybe I looked a little bit better in this restaurant, but the food still tasted the same. And the company was the best. The view was amazing. So, reflecting back on, is this performative? Do I feel like I can only belong in this room if I'm wearing like the decked out stuff, $100,000 worth of clothing and jewelry? No, because you belong if you decide that you belong.
That's the whole big idea.
Yeah, that was it. It was massive.
I love that.
I'm still coming down from that.
Yeah. Like, I saw the shift.
Yeah.
It was really cool to watch.
Yeah, now Dan's like, oh crap, now she wants all these shoes.
No,
and
I
bags
don't. But I don't, like, that's the cool part is whether you have that stuff or not, it could be on the other end of it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I hope everybody picks up that it's not about having or not having. It's your story you tell yourself about who you are. And the only person that controls that is you.
Is you.
Yeah. So I'm now with the Queen of Monaco, and
It's the queen.
and it's just fun. It's just like a light energy of just being like, hey, you could be the owner of this whole hotel and restaurant. And those people talking to you don't even know that you own the restaurant, and they're telling you can't come in, and you could just sit there and
Laugh.
that like Pretty Woman moment, right?
Oh, well, that's one of my favorite clips of any movie.
Yeah. We gotta get through.
But anyways.
Yeah. Let's not tell the whole story, but.
Okay, your turn.
All right. So the next thing I have, mine's a bit more like specific to kind of what I think when people are on vacation, I call this honor your preferences. Oftentimes, because people put time and energy into planning something, I think they feel the mandate to do the thing they planned because so much energy went in. It's called sunk cost fallacy. And the one thing that if people spent time with us on this trip, they would see is that we had no problem editing the trip. So for example, again, Nadia just talking with you and just like thinking of other clients you work with, just like scheduled stuff. All of a sudden now we're getting in a car at 7 a.m, doing a transfer, doing a tour, doing a this, doing a that, doing a that. And it was just like, no. We're going to slow this down. We don't transfer. So there was like a lot of stuff. One, we're going to stay at the hotel till 10 a.m. If that means something else gets cut, we'll cut it. We move some stuff around because the weather one day was going to be sunny in the morning and then rain in the afternoon.
We canceled the massage. Yeah.
Canceled the massage, changed tour times, right, with people. I had a whole list of stuff. Me deciding to go into the mountains with the Ferrari instead of staying on the waterfront and dropping you off so you can enjoy the pool. Like we just honored our preferences. Like we're open to communicating and saying
18 course meals.
Yeah, that was the first thing that had to go. Literally going out for dinner and we're both jet lagged and we want to be like in and out within an hour and it's like 7 courses and 3.5 hours later. I was like,
I don't know, sidebar, remember doing this in San Francisco once and we were so hungry after dinner we went to have burritos in the Mission.
Yeah, we like finished the meal and walking home. I was like, do you want to get a burrito? And you're like, yep. Yes. And then I think one of my favorites was the decision. What did I say here? Oh, when we went to that beautiful restaurant in the Bay in Portofino. Yeah. And we were sitting in a seat and it was next to the hedge. And there was a table behind us, like right to the side of us, because we always did the first seating at 7 because we're go to bed early kind of people. And I was like, let's just switch seats so that you have the full view of the bay. Yeah. And I remember you're like, no, I don't want to bug them because like we already sat down, already got our bread and stuff. And I was like, no, let's move. Do you remember this?
I'm trying to think. In Portofino.
Yeah, right next to the Gucci Beach Club.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So we were sitting next to the hedge and you couldn't see the bay.
Oh, yes.
But then we moved one seat over and we had the best view. Like it was like night and day difference. It was like, oh, like just sun's going down, gorgeous. And I just remember thinking to myself, like most people would have just sat there.
Yeah. They
wouldn't have asked. They didn't want to be an inconvenience. And that's like the big idea for people is sunk cost fallacy is a fallacy. Like if you put a lot of time and energy into something, just because you planned it doesn't mean you have to do it. I was supposed to go see the Pagani dealership, remember, after the Ferrari?
That blew my mind.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't want to ruin the day because I had such an amazing time at Ferrari. Yeah. Like factory tour, meal at the restaurant, like just the vibe at the boutique. And I was just like, I want this day to be the Ferrari day. I didn't want to like add by doing the Pagani thing that was like in a couple hours. And so it's just, I'm just a big fan of saying, hey, it's your life.
Yeah.
If you have a desire for something, at least ask or communicate it.
See, and you taught me that too.
Well, that's why I bring it up.
Because the big thing that you taught me in this experience is that you can call room service and you can get 18 pods of coffee delivered to your room for the next day.
And you have to say it clearly in French and English.
But I'm like, wait, what else can you ask for? I was like, hey, maybe they have a flat iron. Can you get a steamer to the room? I was like, yeah, they deliver all this stuff to of course they would, because they have it. So you just have to ask, because they're going to say either yes or no.
Just ask. Honor your preferences. If you have a preference, if something changed, if you want to sleep in, if you want to change the transfer times, if you want to cancel a tour guide or whatever, do right by the other person. But by all means, like, it's your vacation.
That's it. The vacation. It was a vacation, kind of.
Well,
it was a lot of traveling. We were gone for 13 days and moved every 2 nights.
I mean, it was a vacation for me.
It was a lot. Okay. I feel like I said my stuff. Oh, one thing too was, like, I know you're going to talk about this point too, but really how you start the day sets the tone for the day. I know we talk a lot about this in the world of like business and routines, but we stuck to our guns in drinking a lot of water and working out. Like
my philosophy is go on vacation and come back healthier.
Yeah.
What a crazy idea.
And we did.
Yeah. Like I literally weighed myself every day. Came back a pound lighter.
It's crazy. I mean, Italian food, so good.
Well, the food quality there, dramatically different. You didn't have one stomach issue the whole time.
I didn't. And I got home and I did.
Yeah. I ate, I didn't overeat, but I definitely had bites of every dessert. Mm-hmm. I don't think there was, and I mean, if anything, I was like, hey, tonight we're going to get this dessert. I found like I'd be walking around during the day and I'd see like this gourmet, marshmallow place. I'd be like, Renee, I know where we're going for dessert. Or this like, cool coconut ice cream thing or whatever. It's like or the crepe thing. Like every place we went had a tourist level, TikTok level quality.
The affogato in
Florence. Oh, the affogato in Florence. Come on. That'll go down as the best thing we had on the whole trip. So. The creme brulee at Amazonica.
Oh, yeah. So Amazonica is this really cool restaurant in Monaco.
Highly recommend.
That looks like you're in the Amazon.
Yeah. And we weren't going to do the dessert, but the guy's like, creme brulee is pretty badass, and cannot tell you how happy I am with his recommendation.
Yeah, so sticking to those...
Like to the routine, healthier.
To like feeling good.
Yeah, like not using vacation as a reason to throw away your habits for feeling good. Like I thought that was fascinating that like most of the gyms we went to in the morning, there was nobody else there.
Hardly.
There's a couple hundred people in a hotel. Yep. It's just Renee and I. Or like we don't need to stay up late and go drinking and all that stuff. And I get some people want to do that, but it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to come back and feel guilty. But
even waste the whole next day.
Oh my gosh, the hangovers.
Or just like if you eat too much too close to bedtime, or
ruins your sleep.
Yeah. No, we would wake up. I mean, we'd slept in a little bit. Sleeping in was like
I would lay there awake, waiting for Renee. And like one morning she woke up, it was like 7:30, and she's like, "Oh my God, so good, we slept in." I was like, "Babes, I've been up since 5:30 waiting for you." Because I didn't want to wake her up. I didn't want to make noise.
Thank you. It was so cute. Because at home, you'll sneak out of the bedroom and just go downstairs, make coffee, but there was nowhere for you to go in some of these hotel rooms.
Like,
so you just laid there.
I remember one night I was like, okay, tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and go. And I had to like put all my stuff out, get it prepped.
Yeah.
But I did that for you.
Yeah. I appreciate that. But man, I needed that sleep.
Yeah, no, and I had nowhere to go. So it was just, I just lay there reading books and stuff.
You would go to the gym sometimes or read. Yeah, you would go to the gym a couple times and...
I would, I mean, if I prepped enough. But yeah, I also allow myself to sleep in and do my thing.
We walked everywhere, like 20,000 steps.
Yeah, every day.
Lots of water. And
that was the thing is like healthier for me. And I'll give everybody kind of like, this is my tip for staying healthy on vacation. One, work out every morning no matter what. Got to work out. Sweat, even at one hotel didn't have a gym, so they had bikes. Went on a bike ride. Eat protein for breakfast. Like we just did the poached eggs because I made the mistake of doing hard boiled and they didn't shell it, and that was like a lot of work and I made a mess. So we're going poached eggs.
So much work.
Salmon. All the hotels had salmon, smoked salmon. So lots of protein, good breakfast. Then was 3-liter water every day. So like just drink a lot of water. And the cool part about Italy is that the meals were all like proportioned properly.
So good.
They weren't like massive. We always did salad and some kind of protein. And then we do dessert, but we'd always get one and share it.
Yeah.
So it was, and because we were doing, 15, 20,000 steps a day, we were burning an extra 1,000 plus calories. So yeah, that's why it wasn't hard
loved having some rosé.
Yeah.
The rosé
every day
was really good. They do sell that stuff here, but I'm not going to buy it. Actually, it's funny because Dan, what did I say? I said something one day about like eating, and you're like, yeah, maybe you should pay attention to the calories in the wine.
Yeah, well, you were like, talking about like,
you're right. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah. Just I have this rule that I don't drink my calories.
Oh, I do.
I know. I saw the cappuccinos and.
Oh, the cappuccinos.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were tiny. They were like itty bitty cappuccinos.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But also being mindful of that too.
Yeah.
But the walking was amazing. I think the big thing for me too was just like, even going to the gym, there were many times when I didn't have a podcast or didn't have any music playing. I was just present in the moment. Walking when we did like the hour-long walk to Portofino, just like being in it and smelling the ocean and being with you and watching people. And just seeing the culture and the way that people live their lifestyle, it's like there's no sense of urgency. And they're just like calm and they're just being. And I loved that.
Yeah, there's a lot of passion. It was really
so
great
much.
to watch.
Oh, let's talk about passion. So because we got to experience like the Ferrari factory and we got to go meet the owner of this bag company called Giosa and see the passion that goes into that craft, that artistry. Like you and I run a business where one of the fundamental mottos is simple scales. So you think about how can you automate stuff, you being also the AI guy.
Yeah.
They don't do it. So they're the opposite. They're slow. Everything's made by hand. But just seeing that craftsmanship's like, now you appreciate your Ferrari a shit ton more.
Oh my gosh, like 10 times more.
Yeah.
It made me feel guilty for ever doing a donut in my Ferraris, and then I got over that really quick. I was actually just driving.
What?
I went and got the Ferrari. I went and got the piece. That's how much I missed those cars.
The Pisa?
Yeah, I took the piece out.
I love the 812.
That one's at the house too. I swapped out for the two Ferraris.
Oh my God, it's such good. Yeah, there was just, when you get to see it being made.
Yeah,
you're
like my engine in my 812 GTS Ferrari
Yeah.
was handmade by one engine guy that we saw.
Cool.
Like we saw the group. There's like 20 of them, and that guy, one of those 20, made that engine in my car by hand.
Yeah, we got to see how they put together the Ferrari.
It was crazy.
And not too many people get to see that.
No, you have to be an owner. You have to apply through your dealership. They have to pay for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
When we got in.
Oh yeah.
It was really fascinating. And just seeing all these men and women, that's what's cool too. There were a lot of women in that factory and they're wearing like head to toe Ferrari stuff and you can see the passion. Like they love what they do. Love it. And now you get to drive that.
Yeah.
I get to drive it too.
You get to drive it.
I got a matching scarf to go in the 812.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
The Versace matching scarf. Okay, what else?
I had the last point I'll make before we get into the what I would have done different is the idea of flowing with ease. I always think back to that time we were at Disney and we're in like when you come into Disney, there's like the Main Street USA. And a lot of people take pictures in front of the castle on that street with the castle behind. And there was a family sitting there literally arguing and the mom screaming. And she's like, stop fighting, blah, blah, blah. And then the person sitting there to take the photo. And then she's like, we got to take the photo. Everybody say cheese. And then they all stopped and then smiled as if they were a perfect family. Took the photo. And as soon as the photo was done, started like fighting again.
Was that us?
No, it wasn't us.
Joking.
But I just think about Like the whole point of being on vacation is to chill.
Or to travel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like really in life too.
Yeah.
Even in business.
Just so I'm clear, for me, this was a vacation.
Okay.
When we leave for 9 months with our kids, world schooling, that's travel.
Oof. Yeah.
Yeah. And the difference is like I was 100% offline with you.
I know, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I had all of you.
Yeah.
That's fun. I didn't get sick of you. Just one day I got sick of you.
Yeah, it's all good.
Take a break.
But the flow with ease was the decision to push back hotel transfers till 10. Always stop and use those transfer days as like sightseeing days. Like, I think you were worried it would feel like too much, but I think because, you know, I showed you like, look, you just have to have your bags ready. I'll call the porter. He'll come up.
All the dots
car's
connected.
ready. The bags are in the car. Renee, when we get at the hotel, you can go into the lobby, grab a drink, sit down.
Yeah, so we had a private driver between every city.
That
was
we always
the
stopped.
ultimate hack.
And we always stopped.
Yes.
We always stopped at sightseeing tours, right? Or we stopped at beautiful beach clubs for lunch.
Yep.
And it made it not hard because we didn't have to like worry about our baggage or worry about where we're supposed to be or get in early or late to the hotel. We always had time to work out and have breakfast. So like the whole idea of flowing with ease, I think I always think of these families that go on vacation and then fight the whole time they're on vacation because why aren't you having fun? And you're supposed to have fun and like be more fun. And it's just like, how about just chill?
Yeah.
Just do it the way you want to do it.
Oh, I was just going to say something. The ultimate hack was to hire the private transfers between each place. Oh, the one thing that like the flowing with ease too is what I noticed after the first few days was how we just we read the play. Like you all of a sudden understood your task was to call the bellhop to come up 10 minutes
9:50
every single time.
Yeah,
you just
and
did it.
Can't call ahead of time because he'll show up right away.
Yeah.
So I stopped doing that.
That was your thing. And I would just finish getting ready and pack up.
You knew if the bags were at the front door, they got put up there. And if they weren't ready.
And I did the last sweep of the room. And it was just like we got into this like cadence. And it was awesome because we would just get up, do our thing, get into the car, go to the next town. And we didn't have to think about anything.
No. And I learned to always walk behind my wife.
Oh, that was massive.
That was like 15 years together.
I know.
And I've always told her I go first because I'm always like pretend. She's like, but what if I get kidnapped from behind? And I was like,
so it's the customary that the gentleman walks behind the woman.
I guess you thought that.
No,
I didn't know that.
It's fact. Ask
Fair
ChatGPT.
enough.
And so Dan was like, well, I could just protect you if I'm out in front. I go, well, then someone could just take me from behind and he wouldn't even know. So I just asked him like, hey, let's try this out. And like every now and then he would default to getting in front because he wasn't thinking. And I would always say,
yeah, oh no, I got kidnapped. Oh no, I'm being kidnapped.
I would always scream, I'm being kidnapped. And he's like, oh, rolled his eyes and then he put me in front.
But it is because I'm the one that knew where we were going. So it always made sense.
Yeah.
And then but we figured it out.
And there were moments when you needed to go in front because you always clip my heels.
Yeah,
you walk too close.
I do walk
Just
on people's feet.
But I loved that. And you do always know where we're going. Yeah, we did so many magical things. But what I loved about it too is we had patience for each other's interests. Like there was things that I wanted to do that you really didn't care to do, but you did it to be together.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to go on the Ferrari factory tour, and I'm so glad I did because that was so cool.
Yeah.
And you didn't want to really do like the Gucci tour.
Garden lunch with 6-course meal, but I really enjoyed it.
You really enjoyed it.
It was like art, like little art projects you got to eat.
But then like even seeing like the museum and learning the history, so it was really cool just being open to experiencing each other's passions because it ended up being so perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild. There's a lot of people we knew and ran into on like south of France and Italy.
Crazy.
So it's a great place. All right. Let's do, you have your favorite takeaway from the trip. And then I'm going to do things I would have done different.
I think I shared my favorite takeaway.
What was your biggest takeaway?
Just like understanding like the luxury and being in like seeing that lifestyle and how those people live it, and like they actually don't really care about what anybody else is experiencing. Like all of us, we just care about what's in front of us and like our stuff. But in knowing that it was just holding up a mirror to me, it's like, why does this trigger me? Like, because I felt like I didn't belong, or I felt like maybe these people are being so performative, putting all this fancy stuff on. Maybe they're bankrupt. Or not.
It's interesting. It's like
Or
even
not.
having to say that. It's like, oh, that rich person's not happy. It's like,
I know,
or they're
right?
wildly happy and you're depressed. I don't know.
Okay, actually, that's right. Here's the biggest thing for me, that health is wealth.
Yep.
Because we saw a lot of these people and their fancy things that didn't look happy. They didn't look healthy.
Oh, the health part was dramatically obvious.
Yeah. And then I looked across the table at my gorgeous hunky husband. Yeah. And the first thing that came to my mind was, he's the wealthiest person in this vicinity because he's healthy. And I felt that for me too. Like you can go and buy a bag, you can go buy a shoe, you can go buy fancy watches, but if you're not actually healthy, there's no value in it.
Yeah.
Because you don't feel good. So health is wealth.
100%.
Yeah.
I love it. Cool. Well, a few things, and I haven't even shared this list with you, so.
Okay.
I would have done different. Number one, we were a little overscheduled on the tour guides. There was one day I tried to cancel one, and Renee felt bad because the person didn't get my text message, and we were laying there. I think we were sleeping, and she like called our room, and I was like, oh no. She's like, we got to go. I'm like, I'll still pay her. We just don't have to go. And Renee was like, no, we got to go. Yeah. So a little overscheduled, learned our lesson. We like beach communities. I think, we stayed in places, beautiful places, no complaints, but like if we're not on a beach,
or close to water,
or I always joke, get Renee on a boat.
Yeah.
We just happened to run into some friends, and then they chartered a boat and we jumped on and had an most amazing day. Like, did you notice how fast the time flew? Like, we got on at 10 a.m. and next thing you know, it was like 7 p.m.
I know.
It's like just
Crazy.
so quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay in beach communities. Paid premium for services we never use. Well, this is another thing I felt like we stayed in the nicest hotels available. Mm-hmm. And I understand why they're nice, because they have a lot of nice amenities that we didn't need or use. And in hindsight, I just don't think it was the best use of,
like, a bottle of champagne in our
just
room
a lot of
every
stuff.
day.
Like, it was just opulence.
And
and we didn't use it, and we didn't, and like we could have stayed in rooms that were bigger at half the cost, honestly. That I just is like, paying for premium services we didn't use.
I think it would have been great to have that balance. Like we talked about this, how every 5 days stay at an Airbnb that has
get a beautiful condo,
like
and
a washer,
building.
dryer. You can
just
reset,
get some food. Yeah, just eating at restaurants.
Oh yeah, eating at restaurants was a lot.
Well, here's where we could have spent the money better: helicopter transfer from Monaco to Saint Tropez. Yeah. So if you're ever going to both of those places, instead of driving, just get a helicopter transfer. Every hotel needs a gym. For me, that was like
100%.
Yeah, to me, if you don't have a gym, that's fine. Because there was like in Saint Tropez, we had a place that didn't have a gym. We had bikes. That's cool, but I would have rather lift some weights. And then the boat day we did was a bonus, but it should have been planned.
Yeah. So here.
Yeah.
So you say transfer from Monaco to Saint Tropez. What would a 10 out of 10 for me is if we would have chartered like a boat for the weekend where you could like sleep on it.
Now we're talking.
And
with
then,
a drop off in Saint Tropez.
Then you drop off in Saint Tropez.
Now we're cooking with fire. Now we're going to level up our next travel. But yeah, those are just like some small things that sound obviously like champagne problems. But if anybody's considering.
This whole trip was champagne.
It was like the most beautiful. It was our 10-year wedding anniversary. Mm-hmm. And
it was a luxury.
We had like 2 days in a row because like somehow our travel agent misread the date. So we had one day that we celebrate our anniversary, and then in our schedule there's another anniversary celebration with cakes going. And restaurants, and it was just like
the whole
trip.
What I learned also in all of this is staying at some of the most prestigious hotels in those parts of the world didn't change anything for me, because we could have had a well-equipped Airbnb next to an awesome gym, and I would have been so
Two
happy.
things I do love about those hotels. One, when you check in, you sit down on the couch.
Let's talk about that.
Well, we don't need to.
No, the experience of check-in at these hotels is
they treat you like you're in their home.
Like you're a coffee shop.
Yeah.
They bring you your cappuccino.
And your little drink. And you sit on the couch.
Little bread, your little tiny baby bread.
Like you don't stand at a counter.
No.
So that was cool. And then their breakfasts were off the charts. I mean, one place we stayed at in Cannes was like that bread section was just,
oh my God.
I came back to the table, ordered my eggs and salmon, and then Renee's like, "Do you know they had a whole fridge of desserts?" I was like, "No, where?" And I went back for 2 eclairs and a lemon tart, just so I can have a bite.
Yeah,
and we did this whole
we
like
both had bites.
thumbs up, thumbs down, which one was the best. Rank ordered it, and it's just they did breakfast really well.
Yeah, and their food was so good.
Yeah.
That's great, but also if you had that at every hotel, it would lose its luster. Yeah.
I don't know. It was pretty cool.
But so like I like the balance too, because you can appreciate the luxury of that check-in experience and like the bread shelf encounter, but also there's something to be said about having a place that's your own, like an Airbnb.
Yeah, and then going out to find your own little coffee shop.
Yeah, and then eating at home too sometimes.
Yeah, I love it.
What else did
that was it?
You
That's all
wouldn't
I
change
got.
anything else?
No, it was beautiful. I absolutely adored spending time with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't meant to be kind of a transformative trip. It was really just us hanging out, and it was some of the best time we've ever spent.
Yeah.
Like just.
What transformed for you?
Well, learning how to be your husband. If that makes sense.
Only took 10 years?
15 we've been together.
It takes Dan a while.
Yeah, I'm not the like.
But
yeah.
what was the big thing that you learned in our marriage on this trip?
If you're in a mood, give you food.
Same for you.
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Moody Pants.
Yep.
I actually thought about Sam on this trip because I wasn't equipped with the fanny pack.
Sam who?
Gaudette.
But who's Sam?
He's sitting right there.
I know, but nobody listening knows who Sam is.
That's right. So Sam is Dan's creative director.
Yeah.
Is that who does everything for the
homie.
media team? He's
Yeah.
his homie.
Yeah.
But fun fact is like when Sam's traveling
There's a handler
with us,
bag. There's actually a bag
there's
designed
a fanny
for me.
pack that has a Tide to Go pen, needed that.
Oh man, you should have seen it. Sam.
Protein
It was so
bars,
bad.
needed that. Gum, needed that.
Yeah.
I mean,
What did I do? We had spaghetti.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
spaghetti, and I literally took the first bite. Pock.
so he's wearing a light blue t-shirt
Light
and he
blue,
slurps
boom.
it in and it turns into this helicopter and there's spaghetti
I got
sauce
one there,
everywhere.
and then Renee's like, "Oh, we need club soda,"
Oh.
and she starts at the table trying to get it off. So now it looks like my nipples are leaking, and we're in this fancy restaurant, and I'm just laughing.
So yeah, you need to eat more than me.
Yeah.
You get hangry.
Well, just I have to have protein like every 2 hours for sure.
I've learned a lot. So this is a coveted pack, a special bag that has all of the fixings for Dan.
Yeah, it's got my toothpicks,
It's
my
like
gum.
the equivalent to a diaper bag.
For
it's
Dan.
the Dan Martell diaper bag. Yeah, I need that.
But yeah, that was it.
I'm not as sensitive to lack of food though.
Yeah.
I think for me it's lack of water.
Yeah.
I need water all the time. What I learned about the most with you actually was that you're way more patient than I remembered. Like your patience, was just very clear to me. How you would lay in bed for 2 hours waiting for me to wake up. How you would wait for me to get ready, and you never complained. You never said anything. It was just, it is what it is.
It was go with the flow.
I loved it.
Like, one time I was like, "Oh, all right, we're not going to be able to get our reservation. They're going to give it to somebody else." But
I turned it around.
yeah, we figured it out.
We worked through it. Yeah, I would do it again.
100%.
Where are we going next?
I think we're going around the world.
Yeah. Okay. Sam, I need a fanny pack. Please pack me one. I'm so excited for it. The blessing of this trip for us in preparation for traveling the world with our kids is that my hallucination is that you thought a lot of what we were going to do was going to be condensed, like what we just did. Maybe not 2 nights, but you were thinking probably like 5 nights, 7 nights, and
I was thinking
go.
4 days max, 3 nights, 4 days.
And after day 4, you're like,
we changed our whole plans.
I cannot do this.
We don't need to do it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because some places there's just so much to see and do. Why do we need
other
to move?
places there's not. But the cool thing about it is if we're like land in a place and we're like,
Keep
we're
on
good.
moving.
Let's go to the next place. So yeah, I'm excited. We're like writing the rule book on how to do this and setting the standards.
Trying to figure it out. We're going to teach everybody listening, and that's the
Then
whole
we're going
point.
to change everything.
The he said, she said format is something we're going to do when we travel and
100%.
more often. I think if everybody likes it, just
Should get
message
the
Renee.
kids on here too to do.
Totally.
He said, they said.
Yeah, the boys said, the parents
boys said.
listen. But yeah, just message Renee if you like the format and let us know what we could do
love it.
to make it better.
Thank you so much for joining us again, Dan.
I love you.
I love you too.